Let's talk about a night that didn't just celebrate the arts, it redefined what it means to honor creativity and achievement in America. The Kennedy Center, already a beacon of culture and sophistication, was transformed into the epicenter of a national conversation about art, politics, and the power of spectacle. This was a night that redefined Washington, D.C.'s idea of glamour, blending old-school elegance with a new electric energy. The city buzzed with excitement as limousines pulled up and the red carpet unfurled, welcoming a parade of stars and dignitaries. The Kennedy Center Honors has always been a prestigious event, a tradition that brings together the best and brightest to celebrate artists who have shaped our culture and inspired generations. It's a night where the arts take center stage and the nation pauses to pay tribute. Every year, millions tune in to see who will receive that iconic rainbow ribbon, a symbol of creative excellence and cultural impact. The anticipation is palpable as the honorees are revealed and the audience waits to see how their legacies will be celebrated. But this year, the energy was different, buzzing with anticipation, but also with a sense that something unprecedented was about to unfold. The crowd outside the Kennedy Center was larger, the media presence more intense, and the conversations more charged. For the first time in the event's storied history, a sitting president wasn't just attending, he was hosting. The arrival of the presidential motorcade signaled that this would be a night unlike any other. President Donald J. Trump took the helm, promising a night that would be anything but ordinary. His presence on stage set a new tone, one that was bold, unpredictable, and impossible to ignore. The guest list was a wild mix of Hollywood legends, political power players, and music titans. From Oscar winners to senators, from chart-topping musicians to cultural icons, the room was a who's who of American influence. The red carpet was dazzling, with flashbulbs popping and cameras rolling as the world watched every arrival. Social media lit up with live updates, and the event trended across platforms, drawing attention from every corner of the globe. President Trump's involvement turned the volume up, transforming a beloved tradition into a must-see spectacle. The atmosphere inside the hall was electric, with every guest aware that they were witnessing history in the making. The Kennedy Center Honors, usually a night of unity and celebration, now had a bold new edge. The event became a reflection of the times, dynamic, sometimes divisive, but always unforgettable. This wasn't just a tribute to artists, it was a statement about the intersection of culture and leadership, about how the arts can both unite and challenge us. The 48th Annual Kennedy Center Honors became a chapter in history, one that people will talk about for years to come. It was a night that pushed boundaries, sparked conversations, and left an indelible mark on the legacy of the honors. It was bold, unapologetic, and undeniably memorable. Emotions ran high, and the impact of the evening was felt by everyone in attendance. The stage was set for a night that would break every mold, reminding us that the arts are not just about entertainment, they're about making history, challenging norms, and inspiring the nation. How did a sitting president end up hosting the Kennedy Center Honors? It's a question that caught many by surprise, and for good reason. The Kennedy Center Honors has always been a celebration of the arts, a night when the nation's creative legends are recognized in the presence of presidents, never by them. But this year, everything changed. It started with Trump's hands-on approach to the nation's cultural institutions. Unlike his predecessors, he didn't just want to attend. He wanted to shape the event from the inside out, meeting with artists, producers, and board members to understand their vision and to share his own. After returning to the White House, he became chairman of the Kennedy Center's board, a role with real power. This wasn't just a ceremonial title. Trump took the reins, attending board meetings, reviewing budgets, and making decisions that would impact the future of the institution. Unlike past presidents, Trump wanted direct involvement, not just a ceremonial seat. He saw the board as a platform to influence the direction of the arts in America, and he wasn't shy about making his presence felt. He saw the honors as an opportunity to put his personal stamp on the institution. For Trump, this was more than a gala. It was a chance to showcase his vision for American culture, to highlight the artists he admired, and to make the event uniquely his own. Hosting the event himself was the ultimate expression of that vision. He wanted to be at the center of the celebration, not just as a guest of honor, but as the driving force behind the night's festivities. The move sent ripples through Washington and the arts community. Politicians, artists, and cultural leaders all wondered what this bold new approach would mean for the future of the honors. and for the relationship between politics and the arts. Some were excited, others nervous, but everyone was watching. The anticipation was electric, with supporters hoping for a fresh perspective and critics bracing for controversy. Trump's decision guaranteed all eyes would be on the stage. The world was watching to see how he would handle the spotlight and whether the evening would live up to the legacy of the honors. It was a power move, transforming him from spectator to master of ceremonies. Trump relished the role, taking command of the evening and setting a new tone for the event. The stakes were higher, the spotlight brighter. Every gesture, every word, every decision was scrutinized, as the world watched to see if Trump's vision would elevate the honors or overshadow them. This was a Kennedy Center Honors like no other. A night that would be remembered for its boldness, its controversy, and its undeniable impact on the intersection of art and power in America. President Trump wasted no time making his mark. He reshaped the Board of Trustees, replacing many with loyalists who shared his vision. Deborah Rutter was out. Rick Grinnell, a staunch ally, was in as president. The message was clear. The old way was over. Trump's influence extended to the selection of honorees. He claimed to be 98% involved in picking the 2025 class, even rejecting some for being too woke. The process was streamlined, personal, and direct. The Kennedy Center was now firmly under Trump's influence. This was a complete restructuring, not a minor tweak. The institution's character was fundamentally altered. The stage was set for a ceremony that would reflect its new leader. The Kennedy Center was now Trump's stage. The 2025 class of Kennedy Center honorees was pure Trump. Blockbuster hits, rock anthems, and star power. Sylvester Stallone, Hollywood legend and Mar-a-Lago regular, embodied the all-American hero. Kiss, with Gene Simmons, a Trump reality show alum, brought rock and roll spectacle. Gloria Gaynor, whose I Will Survive became a campaign anthem, added disco royalty. Michael Crawford, the original Phantom, was a personal favorite of the president. And George Strait, the king of country, represented Heartland America. Each honoree had a personal or professional connection to Trump. This was a hand-picked class, reflecting his tastes and values. The lineup was bold, loud, and unforgettable. The 2025 honorees were a statement in themselves. On the big night, President Trump took the stage as host, with First Lady Melania by his side. He opened with humor, jokingly calling it the Trump Kennedy Center, drawing laughter from the crowd. He praised the honorees as perhaps the most accomplished class ever. His speech was personal, full of admiration and signature superlatives. The first family's presence added glamour and significance. Melania's elegance contrasted Trump's showmanship, creating a powerful image. Trump was more than a host, he was a fan and a showman. He challenged Jimmy Kimmel, promising record ratings and keeping the audience entertained. The ceremony was lively, unpredictable, and thoroughly Trump. The night was transformed into a spectacle no one could ignore. Trump changed the medallion ceremony, moving it from the State Department to the Oval Office. Honorees received their medals in the heart of American power, elevating the honor. The ceremony was captured on camera, creating iconic moments. The medallions themselves got a Tiffany & Co's makeover, sleek, gold, and luxurious. The classic rainbow ribbon remained, but the design was modern and bold. These changes made the honors feel more exclusive and prestigious. Trump understood the power of branding and spectacle. The new traditions sent a message. This was the pinnacle of artistic achievement. The Kennedy Center honors now had presidential prestige. The transformation was complete, bigger, bolder, and unmistakably Trump. How did the honorees feel about the changes? They were thrilled. The Oval Office ceremony and high-profile celebration made them feel like royalty. Gene Simmons of Kiss defended Trump's involvement, telling critics to shut the FK up. The honorees focused on the honor, not the politics. For them, it was personal validation and the ultimate tribute. Stallone, Gaynor, and others expressed gratitude and excitement. Their connections to Trump made the moment even more meaningful. The controversies faded as the celebrations began. The new traditions were embraced, and the honorees relished the spotlight. The 2025 Kennedy Center honors shattered fundraising records. The gala raised $23 million, nearly double the previous year. President Rick Grinnell credited Trump's leadership and star power for the success. The Trump effect brought in new donors and unprecedented excitement. The financial windfall secured the center's future and funded its programs. The bold new approach proved to be a smart business strategy. Critics worried Trump would alienate patrons, but the opposite happened. His showmanship translated into real financial benefits. The record-breaking total was a statement of success. The 2025 honors became both a cultural and financial powerhouse. When the curtain finally fell, it was clear. This was a night destined to be remembered for years to come. The energy in the room was electric, the applause thunderous, and the sense of history unmistakable. Trump didn't just host, he completely reinvented the Kennedy Center Honors, putting his unmistakable stamp on every detail. From the moment he arrived, the event felt transformed, bigger, bolder, and more unpredictable than ever before. The addition of an Oval Office ceremony, the gleam of Tiffany medallions, and Trump's signature showmanship made the evening unforgettable. It was a blend of presidential gravitas and showbiz flair, merging tradition with spectacle in a way no one had anticipated. He proved a president could be more than just a ceremonial figure. He was the driving force behind the night's energy, shaping the event's tone and direction with every word and gesture. The 2025 honorees, Stallone, Kiss, Gaynor, Crawford, and Strait, were forever linked to this historic year, their achievements celebrated in a way that felt both classic and revolutionary. Their celebration reflected a new vision of American culture, one that embraced blockbuster entertainment, star power, and the blending of high art with popular appeal. The gala was a dazzling showcase of talent and ambition. Gene Simmons' fiery defense of the night's changes captured the spirit of the event, unapologetic, passionate, and unafraid to challenge the status quo. The honors didn't just break the mold, they shattered records, delivered a television spectacle watched by millions, and set a new standard for what a cultural celebration could be. Whether loved or questioned, the sweeping changes couldn't be ignored. The event sparked conversations across the country, with some praising its boldness and others longing for the traditions of the past. Trump's leadership created a cultural moment as polarizing as it was captivating, igniting debates about the role of politics, celebrity, and spectacle in American life. For one spectacular night, politics, power, and pop culture collided on the Kennedy Center stage, leaving behind a legacy that will be debated, analyzed, and remembered for decades to come.